if you see my first video saying, bro, like I'm not a natural in front of camera at all. Hey! And I stammer. So Charlie, it was bad.
Sulia.
Hi guys, this is Sulia Spotlights, and I'm Selwyn playing the Makalele role again. On the wings with me, I have Oyibo Sports, Farid,
Yes, sir.
and first time on Sulia, we have a queen. We brought on a female, as you guys have been asking on. We have a queen here. She's a coach. She's a social media guru, marketer, everything that you want to call it. We have here Yvonne, the coach of ProGen Academy.
Hello.
Hi, Yvonne.
Hi.
Welcome to Sulia.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so tell us about yourself as a coach, the team you coach, and a little bit about your day as a coach.
Okay, so I describe myself as a full-time coach and a full-time marketing and PR executive. So I work with two clubs. One is ProGen FC under 9s. I've been doing that for 2 years simultaneously with my amateur club. We play at Accra Academy.
Okay.
So that's AD's FC.
Ladies FC.
Yes. So
Okay.
typical week for me, training Tuesday, Fridays, and then Saturday mornings.
Okay.
So throughout the week, we are creating stational planners and drills. Those are what the training will entail for the week. And then pretty much that's what I do.
So if I have a 9-year-old, can I bring them to ProGen FC?
Of course.
So what are the benefits? Like what training can you give me something that
Okay.
a 9-year-old boy needs or a girl needs?
Okay. Aside the obvious technique development and the teamwork and boosting of their confidence, we have certain drills that help kids concentrate. We have concentration drills. We also have drills that help their organization skills, and also drills that boost their confidence, because the more they come, the more they get used to each other. And sometimes we make some of them captains. So when you're a captain, you get extra how do you call it, responsibilities, right? So I mean, and also I always say football is life. So every life lesson, you find that in football. So it depends on what the parent is bringing their kid to the academy for. Sometimes it's just a hobby. Sometimes they want them to go pro. But at that level, we take it that everybody just wants to have fun.
Right.
Right.
That's great. Farid,
Yes, sir.
talk to us. So Igbo Sports, brother.
First of all, do you want it in English or do you want it in Pidgin, please?
No go, Oga.
All right. Yes, boss. So, Oyibo Sports, what do you want to know? It's a TikTok page where we speak our mind. We dey tell anybody anything. Yeah.
How you start on though? Make me know.
I've been a content creator and I'll be like 2-3 years this. Then, as I start, confidence, any creator will tell you, say, Charlie, if you start, unless you be like seasoned veteran or you be naturally outgoing, maybe shy. If you ask my good friend Joe Lord, I will tell you, say, Charlie, as I did school, Charlie, then I did my corner inside. I know they talk anything, but always interested in like social media, like content. Like I'm really interested in building audiences, like just the psyche and just tapping into it. So then I'll be architects. Yeah, well then I work for Chad here, I guess on FMB. Me and my boss we did. We are just acting up one day. I say, Charlie, it's enough. My mind no day again. I won't do content full time. So I just start like cold. I message some people.
But sorry,
no problem.
You don't think be risky, like
very risky. But Charlie, life is short, man.
Yeah, man.
Life is fucking. And also, sorry to for swearing, but like that be around the COVID time, Charlie. Like, how they say there, wait. If you did Ghana inside, again, this be eventually to other topics, but I'll keep on brief. Like Ghana inside, Charlie, money no day in some things.
Yes.
So all of that sort of formed passion, money, child life is short. I said, let me just take a chance. I'm young, I don't have any responsibilities. Let me just go for it. Yeah.
Charlie, and you went for it straight up.
Yeah, I went for it. So like I say, like I start just me now, they do for like other people. So then I work with some company, I don't go shout them out, but like And thanks to them, but they really gave me the platform to like start developing a style and figuring out, because I had nothing.
So for them, they do content creation.
Yeah. So I'll be the face of that brand. But they trusted me when I was nobody. Like I didn't have a proof of concept. I didn't have a following, nothing. But they said, Charlie, you come. So I was doing small, Charlie. If you see my first video saying, bro, like I'm not a natural in front of camera at all. Hey! And I stammer. So Charlie, it was bad. Yeah.
So with time, you just...
Yeah, so for time, I started realizing, okay, there are formulas, there are ways I can structure scripts, you know, and then I just started to understand there was a way you could tap into audiences So 2 years later, I said, Charlie, I literally woke up one day and said, no, let me just do my own shit. And yeah, I just took off a little bit from there.
Oh, that'd be crazy, man. Oyibo Sports, man. Shout out. But how's it going? That's when you started, like, the audience.
It's weirdly enough, I mean, it's been good, but I would say based off of the knowledge I had from that platform, I literally started 2 TikTok accounts. One got banned, and I started one again, and I built the audience. Charlie, it was a betting. But yeah, we're not gonna talk about them. Let's not give them exposure. But it was a betting website, betting brand. So Charlie, people report me. You boys, I give you tips where be like you vex plus me. You report me, make TikTok. Oh Charlie, bro, like 50,000 followers. Just like that. Yeah, Charlie. Fucking people. Sorry.
Hello, they deserve it.
But yeah, Charlie. Even to this day, look, I feel to do a video at the predicting Nigeria will lose match. Charlie, they went and they threatened me for the page top. Hey, say them go, oh Charlie, bro, sometimes I thought it. Yo, Charlie. So I dey beg Nigerians for sure. I really they like you playing, but say content be content.
Nah, that's crazy though. So for you, what are you trying to like? What are projections for your Oyibo Sports?
Charlie, I mean, we've done I think 14K in less than 2 months. So I'm really looking at the 100,000 mark. I think once I hit 100,000 on TikTok, Instagram, I'm still trying to figure it out. Instagram is like a weird anomaly, but TikTok, Instagram, I think, TikTok, YouTube, I think I have it on top. If I can get 100,000 on TikTok, I think, Charlie, brands will start, you know.
Solid stuff.
That'll be the vibe.
Solid stuff. All right, Yvonne.
Hello.
Okay, so what do you, first of all, youth football in Ghana? What's your general view on youth football in Ghana, first of all?
I think football in general, a lot of countries are tapping into the sport, youth. Yeah. And we have also realized a problem with our national team in the last few competitions. And we have somewhat come to the conclusion that if we build a team from the bottom, so they are playing together from the youth team rising up to the senior team, we could, have the kind of black stars that we had before. So I feel like the FA is putting a lot into education, sort of grassroots education, and I was privileged to have that sort of education, and so if we do it properly, if we don't stagger, we should get somewhere in the next few years. And also, there's this thing where in football, people need to learn to wait on development. So we are looking at the next 10 years or the next 20 years, and then we can clearly evaluate what we are doing right now in the youth system.
Mainly the problem with Ghana is that we've not been good with grassroots football, and it's now that we are trying to develop and bring it up. I don't know, but
I can't.
I'm saying, yeah. So, with your team,
yes.
Do you have any individuals in there that you can say that, oh, this boy in the next 10 years, you guys should watch out?
For under nines, you can't conclusively say they're pretty young, you know. And as a fee-paying academy, we don't exactly go and scout. People come and say, we want to train, want to learn football project. So for my session, I can't say. But for my amateur, I can say, because we've had...
Tell us more about that. Oh, yeah. Let's get
We've had one of our players feature in the futsal World Cup in Tunisia. So we've seen a few talents in my amateur club, ADs. So we play a league, an amateur league. It's called the Super League during the weekend. So it's a 8-team tournament. And then we play to win a prize at the end of a 14-week period. So
You're the coach.
Yes, sir.
You're coaching men.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That's wild. How's that though? What's the dynamic with that?
Oh, wow. So the first day I got on, I think I was employed solely on my passion, not exactly like my technical know-how. So I go on the pitch the first day and I'm like, damn, I don't know a thing. You know, it's different when you're a fan. It's different when you're analyzing the game. And it's different when you have to teach somebody what to do and the right thing to do and to manage a team. So then I went to get my license. And afterwards, it's for a new coach, it's very difficult to speak in front of the team, you know, and to give them instructions. But as you keep doing it, you get used to it. So yeah, and another thing about my team or coaching men is that they are very professional. You know, if they acknowledge that you are a coach, they listen to you. I mean, sometimes, but in general, they listen to you. So the first season, we didn't do well. We were fifth. And last season, heartbreaking. If we had won our last game, we would have been champions. But on the final day, we slipped to third place. So I could say it's an improvement from the last season, but it was a very painful.
I saw on your Twitter you wrote something that's actually your pinned tweet. You said, "I do not stand for verbal, mental, and financial abuse of football players."
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
It's football players are like human. I always say that I don't think a footballer wakes up in the morning and say that I'm going to play a match and I'm not going to perform. We all have our moments, even our day jobs, our jobs as doctors and lawyers. We all have days where we don't turn up 100%. If you want to criticize my performance, which you rightly have the right to, because you're paying money and it's because of you that I am, you have to criticize me in a way that I do not take offense or I do not need to defend myself.
Right.
You know, because once you come to me or at me in an abusive manner, I will not take the criticism. So it just back to zero. And it's a lot of pressure, you know. So it's a lot of people talking about you, a lot of people saying this, and it's just too much psychologically for coaches. And I don't condone that. Even when I was purely a fan, no, it's just too much.
Right. So let me just bring this into from football to social media.
Yes.
How do you take abuse when it comes to you?
Social media abuse.
Yes.
I try and ignore it, but I am guilty of engaging on the rare occasion.
Right.
Yeah, which I'm not proud of. But some people deserve it, I would say. Some people deserve a clap back. Not the players. I mean, I 100% understand your point. The abuse is a bit too far. The keyboard warriors have to be humbled, which is why we saw Kudus go out on like a big rant.
Yeah.
But I will say that criticism is fair, even for creators. I mean, you can criticize the content, but when it becomes personal, it's a bit too far. I mean, I've had, even recently, I was calling out, people may not agree with it, but I was calling out the refereeing performance in the last Ghana match. And I had people like coming at me in like insulting ways. Like, you know, you can talk about the content, but if you talk about me, it's a bit too far. Yeah.
So to wrap this up, do you guys think Kudus had to come out and speak to us?
I'll let Madam go first, please.
So this is a branding issue. When you become a star, it's a lot. You have influence, you know, and it's a sort of comments that he was clapping back at. They were not comments that warranted that clap back, you know, like at all. So I mean, I'm not a big fan of his, but I mean, in the moment, spell of the moment. I mean,
Let me add to that. Sorry. Yeah, I think when you're a star, when the praises come in, you take the acclaim cool. When there's some hits, you have to take it cool. It's just part. And it was literally the first time Ghanaians have turned him. Like, he's been the star boy for so long.
Yes.
I think it was a bit immature.
Yes.
But I think you learn from it.
yeah.
And that's it for this segment on Sulia Spotlight. We had Farid of Igbo Sports and Yvonne, a coach of ProGen. This is Sulia.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sulia.